Hi, I'm Paul Darley, and thanks for tuning into our July issue of Inside Darley. If you're out and about this summer, I'll tell you, take a look in the skies. Chances are you'll probably see a drone. And the drone market has grown tremendously. If you can imagine, Darley introduced our first drone under the leadership of Peter Darley, who's really our great innovator here at Darley and part of our executive team. We introduced our first drone in 2007 at the FDIC conference down in Indianapolis. And since that time, the drone market has grown to an estimated $150 billion market in 2019. According to the attached article. And according to the second attached article, which is put out by Goldman Sachs, the market for drones within the World Fire Service is going to surpass $881 million in 2019. So it's a really high, fast growth segment. We, in fact, our third attachment here is a copy of our new drone catalog that has a whole plethora of everything that you can imagine, from tethered drones to remote drones to a lot of different manufacturers. And of note is probably our DJI, our M210, which is probably our most popular. It's got the ability to drop payloads right directly from the drone. It has a great thermal camera on it. It even has a high-def camera that can read a license plate at over a mile away, if you can imagine. So some really cool technology there. We've sold hundreds of these to the United States military and lots of other municipal fire services across America and around the world. I mean, there's no longer are they just for the big cities like FDNY, who purchased their first system on March 6, 2017. And in many respects opened the floodgates for a lot of other smaller cities and even counties and smaller departments to purchase their own drones. And there's a lot written on this. But I mean, today, in the last week, we just sold units to Los Alamos, New Mexico. We've also got units into Broward County, Florida, and Aurora, Illinois. And gosh, the list goes on and on. Fort Worth, Texas, and Houston, Texas, and I could go on. But reach out to us, and we'd be happy to put you in contact. We've got some great articles here on how drones are being used in the fire service. And in fact, the U.S. Fire Service just deployed them last week for the very first time in the maroon fires out at the Coconut National Forest. And you can check out that link that's below. We've also given you a link on the attached here. So if you've got any questions on drones, reach out to Mike Moserino at darley.com. We'll be happy to connect you. And in fact, he just conducted training here at our Itasca headquarters for different agencies, from law enforcement to federal agencies to firefighters. We're here for a week-long training session, and we're putting those on a regular basis. So if you're interested in that, let us know. We can walk you through the whole FAA sites and how to get the approvals. For those of you who sell fire apparatus, I'll tell you great news coming out of the Fire Apparatus Manufacturers Report on new orders in the first quarter of 2019. It was the best first quarter that the fire apparatus industry has seen in terms of new order intake in over 10 years. In fact, the market was up 7% year over year in 2019, with 1,227 new vehicles being purchased from U.S. and North American fire truck builders. So that's great news. Also great news for our fire department customers is FEMA has announced that they should begin putting out grant releases under the AFG grant at about the third week of July. So we just held our Illinois Fire Service Home Day here at Mabus on June 7th. It was just a great event. In fact, we had Vicki Hansen from FEMA come and talk on the AFG program, SAFER program, and some of the other things. We also had Fire Chief Mark Pucknitis, who's the chief of Naperville, Illinois, and also the president of the Illinois Fire Chiefs Association, and the CEO of Mabus talk. And Mabus is a great organization. It's a mutual aid organization for fire departments in Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana. They in particular have been really hit by lack of federal funding, and they announced a new foundation, and Darley was proud to announce that we're going to support them with a $25,000 grant from the Darley Family Foundation. So we're excited to help that group who's helped so many. So thanks for tuning into this issue of Inside Darley. If there's anything we can be doing to assist you, we hope you'll reach out to us.